Hello. Good evening. I have my glove. Hello everyone. Good evening everybody, and thanks for joining me. Oh, hello. I see we have someone in the chat. Hello, that needs a vipping. Somebody needs a vipping. I have to type out your name. There we go. Welcome as a new VIP, Ursus, for being a Patreon. Thank you. Enjoy your little VIP badge. Yes, hello everyone. Greetings. Thanks for joining me, and yeah, tonight I'm going to be drawing some aliens. I have run out of characters to draw, or rather player characters to draw. So I've decided to do a little bit of doodling tonight, very relaxed doodling. Just kind of to do a few of the NPCs we've had on the Star Trek Adventures campaign over at Orkenspalter TV. So yeah, I'm just gonna be doing some doodles of these people, not just the weird aliens. I decided I'll also give some of our regular cast members, some of our regular NPCs a bit of a shout out, simply because I want to give them a face. Yeah, so here we are. I think I'm gonna start really simple and just doodle a bit of a Vulcan person. Keep this alien sky in the top there, and just do a bit of a doodle. So yeah, I'm probably not gonna be turning any of these into massive paintings, but that's not the point. It's nice to sometimes just sketch. So just a bit of Vulcan ears. There we go. Vulcan ears. Yes. So, good evening. Hello. The Vulcan on board is Cedar Diaz, is the third officer. And essentially the ops character who keeps everything running whilst the main characters are off doing other things. At some point we established that Cedar Diaz is non-binary, so I know that people keep referring to them either as a she or a he. I think a lot of people refer to them as a she. I think names-wise it would sound like approximately correct. But I remember when I created the character, I was like, hey, is it a man or a woman? And then everybody in the group was like, why does it have to be a man or a woman? And I was like, well, I guess we've got a non-binary Vulcan. It's quite difficult in German to refer to them as them. So I'm pretty sure I've gotten it wrong a couple of times and referred to them as a he or a she, depending on what the situation felt like, I guess. Not sure. I think there are sort of correct ways of doing it, but I'm not very, how do you say that? I'm not very practiced with it, so I find it easier in English where you can just say they. Well, there we are. So now I'm always drawing very female, very feminine female characters. So I'm gonna try and make it at least as sort of androgynous as I can, I guess. Bit of something new for me. I don't think I've tried that before specifically. That's a bit of Pikachu. Very large eyes. I think I'll make these a bit smaller, otherwise they look like a Pokemon or something. Not Pokemon, but too much of an anime character. There we go. I'm heavily inspired by Lieutenant Solar from the Enterprise with that character, because I really liked her and I wanted a character like that on the ship. Oh, I'm a bit quiet again. Okay. Oh well. Every time. Yes, that's just because I'm speaking away from the microphone. Enlist to the rebels and kick the captain's butt poster. Okay. Sorry. Thanks. Yeah, thanks guys. Got it. Read your messages. I'm getting the microphone a bit closer, sorry. Does look very anime, doesn't it? Very early form. Okay, and then a typical Vulcan terrible haircut. It's so difficult to draw bangs. This is this is like this cut across the just basically Lego hair. Vulcans have Lego hair. It looks terrible. It looks like someone who's, you know, gone to the hairdressers and got one of these, like, hair net things, covery-uppy things, you know? Also, has anyone ever seen a Vulcan with blonde hair or light hair? I think all of the Vulcans you ever see are dark-haired. Oh, hello! Ah, thank you, Roach. Thanks for the subscription. Oh, that's really cool. Everyone got a weird emote from it. Congratulations. Yay, first corgi of the evening. Thank you. A bathing cap. Yes, that's what it looks like. Yes, exactly. It looks like a bathing cap. It looks kind of dumb. I don't know. You know, it'd be funny to see a Vulcan that has like dyed their hair blonde or something and be like, you know, screw convention, I'm gonna dye my hair blonde. Get the hair. Give it a bit of a more hairy structure there. That looks a little bit less like a bathing cap now. Ooh, hello, thank you. Thanks, Lorianne, for the bits and the little unicorn. Thank you. There was one blonde Vulcan, okay. Well, there we are, thank you. Thank you for the I might have to check that out. I'm guessing Zeta Diaz being the third officer would probably be yellow like Data, huh? No? Not sure. I guess, not necessarily because they're the third officer, but I don't know, just kind of, we haven't had enough yellow characters on this show. You know, yellow engineering, or rather operations division. There we go. Bit of a Vulcan. The skin always a bit greenish in tint, so a bit more yellow than humans would be. Bit of something. Nothing too special. Sort of a bit more green. This is fun. There we go. Tasha's daughter. Oh yeah. Well, I suppose. Yeah, I suppose she. But she was. I mean, she was Romulan though. She was Romulan. So the blonde came from the human side. Yeah. A white-haired Vulcan. Distantly related. Shaved head Vulcan. Yeah, that would be something. Okay, Zeta Diaz, we're gonna leave you down here. Right, let's start with our first proper alien. Thank you. Thank you for the love. Everyone's doing the party bits here. This is cool. So we got Vulcan. Right. I said I'd draw the characters from the episode Mutiny. So essentially the first aliens that the Hawking encountered properly, which is the Zootak. The Zootak mutineers. Right, so this is going to be a bit more of a body design rather than just a head. So we want. What did the Zootak look like? I described them back then, but I bet no one can remember them. So they're very tall. Oh yeah, we've got this miniature here that they're based on, so I can sort of use that as a difficulty seeing it. It's just so dark. Okay, so I've got this mini here. So we've got this very sort of sort of humanoid enough, I guess. And then I imagine them sort of a bit of a longer neck, everything a bit sort of elongated. This upper arm and then sort of got these rather long claws. Oh, it's a bit extreme. So muscle and then what am I doing? I know what I want the hand to look like. What is it? This looks terrible. Why doesn't this look like the way I want it to look? Damn you, hand. Okay, so nope, this looks horrible. Oh my god. What's that? What's wrong with me? Nope. I can't do it. I don't know what's wrong with me. Okay, I'll try and zoom in a bit. Okay, so one hand. Curled fingers. I'll continue with the rest of the figure before I go completely murderous insane. So, fuck, leave off the arm. Okay, so, right, so. So, oh no, no, Shabbos, no! But now I have to draw you a proper hand and not just a shitty sideways hand. I'll draw you a hand. I'll draw you a nice hand, but not like this. This is so ridiculous. Okay, let's put this leg in a way that they might actually walk on it. Wow, I'm having real trouble here making this look like an actual creature that could exist. Let's start again. I'm unhappy with this. Okay, I'll draw you a hand. Too many hand points. I'll draw you a hand, maybe I'll feel better afterwards. Thing is, I think I'm actually getting somewhat okay at the whole hands thing now, which is why it's even more frustrating when it doesn't work, you know? Hello! Hi, Nico! Oh, look, here's a little finger. It has some brothers and sisters. Why don't we give this hand a little friend? What do you mean we need something more challenging than an easy hand? Since when has it been acceptable on this channel to pretend that hands are easy? Just because I said I got better at them doesn't mean you can't go away and you can go away and, you know, you're gonna demand something, aren't you? I can feel it. You have hand points saved up, don't you? Don't you? I'm not even gonna go back to my sketch, am I? Easy hands. There's the door. Yes, thank you. Exactly. Yeah, this is the hand that slaps anyone. Who says that hands are easy. Oh god, 3 more hands. Spare me, spare me. Hi Halad, hello. Right, I should no! No! I knew you were going to do it. Okay, another hand for Katsira. You've earned the hand. I admit it. I'll remove the slap. Okay, we'll get you another hand. Oh, you know what we need in this weather? We need some ice cream. Why don't we make a hand that holds some ice cream? Because I can reference that. So essentially I have 2 different ways of drawing hands now. One is the cartoony, you know, pointy finger variant, and the other is the reference hand. Always makes me feel self-conscious because I have giant hands with very strange fingers and everything's very wonky, so whenever I use my own hand as a reference I'm always thinking, ugh, my hand looks so weird. Jesus Christ. Okay, so hand with 6 fingers. Now that would be bonus hand, so an otter hand. Oh, otter. Oh, sorry. Oh no, I didn't see the otter hand. Now I draw a normal hand. I'm sorry, Katsira. So, an otter hand. 2 more requests, but you're saving for the 8,000th. Oh, well, that's good. That's cool that actually now it's the kind of thing that you can save up for, because before it was so cheap that there we go. Ice cream. Because you always get your hands sticky. There we go. Sticky hands from ice cream. Now you can also get an otter hand. I'm sure there's that's something I can do fairly easily. Oh my god, they're so cute. Don't Google otter hands, they're way too cute. Can't handle it. Oh my god. That's so adorable. There you go. Otter hand. Tiny cutesy otter hand. And from the other side it would be... There's different kinds of otter hands, apparently. There we go. A little paw. Okay, back to Star Trek. Okay, I'll try the zoo tag again. Didn't think they'd be so troublesome. I thought Ungorf was going to be my undoing, but there we are. Oh my god. It's Lucy Liu from Street Fighter. Not Lucy Liu, what's her name? What's her name? Street Fighter? Good god. It's Lucy Liu, the actress who's not in Street Fighter. Chong-Li? Chong-Li? No, that's someone else again. What? Chun-Li, that's her, right? Yeah, Chun-Li. God damn it. I just lost a bunch of nerd points somewhere in the universe. Well, Chun-Li. Nerd points and, you know, evil points for mixing up Asian names. I think in my imagination the Zootag looked a lot cooler than this person now that I'm drawing here, but there we go. Massive oak legs. This is horrible. I'm so sorry. Oh my god, what kind of torture I'm inflicting upon you poor viewers today. Could also be Mewtwo. There's similar bodily proportions. Yeah, it looked a bit like Mewtwo. Well, it didn't have tails. Yes, Iceblow, you can have my nerd points. Absolutely. For some reason the Zootag stand like a 90s rapper, or alternatively like Steve Urkel. You know what? They're just not gonna get hands because it annoys me. There we go. Yes, you are correct. She has long hair. I imagined her with long braids. Well remembered. Well remembered, Flo. Nice job. Quite strong, yeah. Digitigrade. Large eyes. Oh, I forgot about the large eyes. You watched all the episodes again? Oh my god. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it so much that you wanted to watch it again. That's pretty cool. Well, there you go. My alien design is about as good as a, you know. Ooh, hello. Thank you for subscribing again, Xerbor. Also, I love the whole yay bunny smiley. Thank you. That's pretty cool. Okay, that is Driek. I'm going to leave it at that. So if we want to get to all the sketches tonight, then I'm gonna have to get through them. Oh, thank you, Florian, for the continuing subscription. Iceblow says it's very entertaining. Well, thank you very much. I'm glad you enjoy it. Yeah, well, good job me. Now I'll have to do a really good job to keep the plot from derailing any further, but I reckon perhaps I'll be able to rein them in somehow. Just to keep them on track a little bit. Okay, Ice, I have to ask, what's the little black box? Because I saw your comment in the chat last night as well. Afterwards, I had a look. I wanted to see if the see how the reactions were to the complete death of the plot. My face. Yes, my face when they said, and then we fly home. And then, you know, my face just fell down and just went, oh no, you what now? You what? No, you can't fly home. There's stuff to do here. But, you know, and yeah, I'm sure everyone who's DM'd has had that at some point where it's just like, the players just decide that there is no more plot. Or the players just decide that this is it. You're just like, okay. Well, no, they're not really. It's not really a problem. We can. That's not a problem. There's still a plot. It's just that, you know. I really didn't expect that to happen. Right. We got an Ungorf. Okay, Ungorf. Ungorf. I always imagined him the sort of the body proportions of Neelix, but a better Neelix. There you go, you Google Neelix and it comes up with some guy with glasses, German record producer, and I'm just like, no, the Star Trek Neelix. I'm surprised that you Google. I would have imagined that Google by now has learned enough of my has grabbed enough of my data that they would know that if I Google Neelix, I mean Star Trek Neelix and not not some German record producer. Okay, 3 nostrils. There we go. Ungorf. From the Gamma Quadrant, our favorite trash dealer. Part of the shuttle. Now, Florian, when you say young and experienced captain, I feel that you probably mean me, not the captain. Because I'm also a young, inexperienced captain. Well, I think maybe at some point DMs will no longer be fazed by the players doing stuff. Ungorf had these slimy kind of tentacle-like, not tentacles, but like these protrusions from his head. He spoke a bit nasally because he has 3 nostrils. Yes, the 3rd nostril is necessary to pronounce the name of Ungorf's species, exactly. I want to know what the black box is. Yes, Florian, I think the characters had thought that maybe the health of the... Seeing as the health of the science officer came first, they wanted to leave to make sure he didn't suffer any ill effects from his encounter with the aliens. And I guess they could always come back and find out more if they want. And they've also scanned the computer core, so maybe they're lucky. Right, no Star Trek alien without some kind of forehead ridges. No, I just decided he gets some because otherwise his face looks so empty. This sort of formal jacket, which is a bit ripped. Maybe I made him a little bit too good looking. It's like, you know, he's got this chiseled jaw, but he should have a bit of a weaker chin, maybe. He's It's looking a bit too nice, I think. Okay, slightly weaker jaw. Something like that. Make it a little bit older, maybe. There we go. There's a bit more. A bit more slimy? I don't know. You would have to have that kind of that used car salesman Stan from Monkey Island grin. There we go. Basically. Sharp teeth. Why not? We can give him slightly sharpened teeth. Oh yeah, get the USS Alexandria in there. It sounds like something you wouldn't want to do. A monocle. Nah, a monocle is too old-fashioned. Space alien. Oh, why my music stopped. Do a bit of the Doodle Doodle playlist. Okay, well we've got a sketch of Ungorf now. A bit smaller. There we go. We have an Ungorf. Yeah, I reckon they'll have to send a whole ship of Betazoids or something to this planet to try and make second contact again with these aliens and try and build up a rapport. Also, I think they didn't leave beacons around the ship, so I don't know. I guess they have to go back, or we can retcon that. That's the sort of thing I would allow them to retcon, but you know, and say Diaz deployed the beacons while they were on their away mission. But it's the kind of thing where you have to also take into account, you know, just to do a bit of behind the DM screen information. I would say that if this was just a normal game that we ran at a table, this would probably look a little bit different. Oh, hello. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Halad, for the gift sub. That's really cool. Wait, thank you for all of the 3 gift subs. Oh my god. There's so many. So many gift subs. Thank you, Toby. Oh my goodness. And congrats, you 3. Oh my god. party time in the chat. Thank you very much. You crazy person. You're all the crazy people. So many gift subs, it's insane. We've got this whole stats thing up there. It's crazy. Well, okay, sorry, need to catch myself again. Yes, I'm also going to draw Teban. I love the fact that, yes, the Gachtelhupf. Oh, I love it. Thank you, Flo. Thank you for the bits. Oh my god. Hype train. What's going on? Thank you so much. All the love. Mwah. Thank you, everyone. This is very kind. Hype train going on, and all the little avatars are dancing. Yes, we're gonna have to do a Teban with a Gachtelhupf. I agree. Choo choo! Oh my god! Thank you for the bits, Silver. I love seeing the little avatars to jump in the chat. That's really fun. I need more emojis that are just you know, love emojis and face emojis and not my weird emojis, so we can react appropriately to these situations. Fan's self. It's very warm in here. Oh, my fan. Okay, I've got a reference of an Indian looking man, which I wanted Teban to look like, so I'm gonna try and copy it without tracing it and see if I can do an adequate job. Okay. Alright. No! Helen, stop it! Stop it! Thank you! No, you don't have to do... Ah! Thank you very much! You are crazy! Stop it! Another 500 bits, oh my god. Is it suddenly my birthday or something? Wait, what time is it? Is it August? It is not my birthday. What are you doing? Oh, you guys. I can't handle it. I'm just continue drawing. Whilst you're leaving on the hype train to Holiday Land. Hopefully. Insano! You are crazy. Yes, crazy stuff. Absolutely. Every Thursday is special Yule day. Aww. So sweet. I'll do my best. I'll try and try and do a good Teban with a Gachtelhupf. Hello! Hi, Leia! Oh, so good to see you! Eee. Hello! Yule, yes. You can also say, well, Yule in Swedish is Christmas. And Yule is also in English, yeah. Oh my god, hype train! Choo choo! Thank you! Oh my god, so many subs, so many bits! You guys are insane! Welcome, Leia, you are ready to just jump on the hype train now, just arrived in time. Here, well, I'm trying to draw an Indian man. Come on. A little bit too close together. Choo choo. Give him an appropriately futury look, but you know, still keeping the hair of my reference because I quite like it. Basically got an Indian reference model with this side cut, which looks really cool. Go. Neck was a little bit too wide, I think. He's not a wrestler, he's a barkeeper and mathematician. Oh, hello. Hello, Sakura. Thank you for following. My goodness. Okay, so because it's a trill, he needs some trill spots. He's a trill reference. Don't see a lot of Trill men on the show, do you? It's mostly... Well, some of them are, but the first Trill was a man. Well, started out as a man anyway. They're just very attractive. I think if I cosplayed a Star Trek character, I'd probably want to cosplay a Trill as well, because the spots do just look very attractive. Like, they just kind of, you know... They kind of, I think that's because they make the face look a bit slimmer. It's like, I don't know, it's the kind of face makeup that, you know, I've got some under his beard. Now they haven't got them down the jaw. Take these back a little bit, but they have them sort of down the neck, so... Forgive me if I'm not drawing him a Gachtel hook at this point. Oh goodness, you know what I haven't done tonight? I haven't saved. Yeah, you get yourself a cuppa. I haven't actually saved this. My god, I've been drawing for like 1.5 hours and I haven't actually saved the drawing yet. That's typical. NPCs. There we go. A cup of tea would actually be really nice. It's warm in here, so maybe not right now, but I think, you know what, I think I'll have a cup of tea later as well. Although I've already had a lot of coffee today, so maybe I shouldn't. Also, you know what, I think I'm gonna give Teban some coloration. Because... my reference picture, where is it? Serious young Indian man. Thank you. This is I love the way that reference pictures, I always look for stock photos for reference pictures, which sometimes they're a bit cheesy, but this one is called Sadness and People Concept. Serious young Indian man on grey background. Taking the liberty of making him a little bit less sad. I think his cheek's a little bit too round. Oh. Wrong layer. What do you think? Does he look? Does he look like a Teban? I suppose. There we go, Teban. You're gonna get some colouring, namely your hair. Right, I should probably set this to multiply. There we go, multiply. I'm once again amazed at what this tablet can do. It feels so much more natural to draw on this. Just loving it. Just to think, like last year, if you'd asked me if I wanted to get a tablet that wasn't a Wacom tablet, I probably would have said no, because, you know, all the others, I've looked at tests and stuff and they always just perform poorly, but this one is fine. Trying to get the right skin tone. Skin tones are difficult. Slightly more sort of orangey skin tone. Who's that? This? Yes. Gonna try this. Oops. There we go. Teban, I'm thirsty. 1 millipede juice, please. Oh yeah, they have like, what was it? Ant juice? Millipede juice? Yeah, they had all this crazy stuff at the bar. Some sausage and an ant juice or something. It was insane. It's like, why ant juice, people? Why? Why'd you do this to me? So I cannot draw any of Myri's characters without making them insanely good looking. Well, not insanely good looking, but, you know, good looking. I hope I've done Varix justice, because I think at the time when I was drawing Varix I wasn't as warmed up as I am now, but... There we go, we have a Teban. Yeah, looking good. Millipede juice, seriously. Wait, Ameisensaft is a thing? I thought Nico just made that up. Is that like a Ferengi drink or something that they get at Quarks? Probably, huh? Wouldn't surprise me all that much. There we go, Myri's previous life, previous host. Mathematician extraordinaire and amazing barkeeper. Oh yeah, I know, oh, I didn't even say that. Yeah, that was a bit late. Yes, I know the language thing because I had to use that quite a lot because Max and I, we planned the whole thing mostly in English and we looked stuff up in English, and then if we needed to know something like, you know, what are the EPS conduits called in German and stuff like that. I always just switch to German and hope there was something, looking for words. So I'm very grateful for Memory Alpha for planning this campaign. Did not look up the millipede juice. I thought Nico made that up. Oh, hello. Hello. Hello, Tim. I'm glad you like the mathematician. Would you like to make him a Gachtelhupf? Okay, we've got Teban done. I think the only one left now is the guy from last night. And that is Studies Foreigners, as we called him. Yeah, too bad Teban has a boyfriend already. Probably a very cute, good-looking Ryzen. But yeah, also he's also kind of dead. Sorry to say that, but seeing as Varix is Duna Varix, I reckon Teban lived a long and happy life on Risa with his Rysian partner. And then passed on the Varix symbiont to Duna. Righty-ho, so now this is going to be interesting because my reference for these aliens is manatee. Yes! I'm not gonna do a game for Myri and Nico that does not have a manatee reference in it, so now let's see. These are probably the most creative aliens we've come up with. The Zutak were pretty, well, standard, but I would say the enlightened ones are definitely a bit strange. There we go, where are they? Ah, there they are, the telepathic species. There's my description of them. Yes. Okay. We need some Parisi Squares team pictures. Oh yeah. See, the problem is, yes, I did think about that. Anubis, I was thinking, oh man, some Parisi Square pictures would be great. The problem is, I thought about drawing some more of the other characters that people in the chat have come up with, but I am probably the person who knows the least about everyone in the chat, because I'm so busy running the game that I never have time to read the chat. So I'm afraid I'm actually not 100% up to date as to who was in what team or something, or who was playing Parisi Squares with whom. I was just about keeping up with, you know, manatee. Manatee, yeah. You know, like I didn't really know who was playing what in the chat. I was just trying to keep up with what they were coming up with on the holodeck whilst you were off playing Parisi Squares in the chat. Okay, sort of. Maybe I can get a model in, a 3D model for them, just to. That's weird, I thought I had these, download? Are they in download? I guess so. Alright, I should go with body type then. Okay. Just to get like a quick sketch of a character's body in. Nothing, no like fancy pose or anything, just... I just want to... how can I do that faster? Yes? Question mark? Is this working? I just want a body. I don't really have any prerequisites besides what that body should look like. Okay. There we go. Yes, you could look up. You can write a summary of the Parisi Square tournament based on the chat if you really want to put in the time. But you enlisted for the rebels. So it was the rebels versus, was that the two teams? Rebels versus Empire. Okay, so this is the standard body, standard anime body, I should say. So, help me out here. So, they had the manatee snout, sort of like a trunk. Like an elephanty kind of trunk. They're wearing spacesuits, which is why I wanna, well, not spacesuits, but they were wearing suits. Oh, the rebels had shifted the first tournament. I see. There are rebels on board? Whole new things I don't know about our ship. And yes, I think next week or something, or not next week, but I think there's going to be another tournament. Next week we're going to have an ambience episode. Okay, so I said that these guys, they have this sort of a tube. Sort of feeding tubes. I think I'm gonna make it 2 tubes actually from their spacesuit. And they have the trunk. Let's draw the trunk. Let's get the obvious alien feature out of the way. Okay, so instead of a nose, thank you for the summary. She thinks the crew is not the best. I mean, so far I have to say some of the senior officers make me question whether the crew is the best. So, and I hate to break it to you, but the old crew. Well, I wonder if there even is an old crew, because the ship was meant to be, you know, recommissioned after the war, so I reckon there's some people left who were in the war with it, but no ears because manatee. They look a bit like Cthulhuoid sort of squid monsters. But they're really nice, honest. I think instead of giving them these sort of slanted upwards eyes, I think you need to make them sort of downwards, otherwise they look menacing. But if you give them these manatee eyes who are sort of downwards, then there we go, that's much cuter. Probably wouldn't wear their hair loose, they probably would have some kind of space regulation braid as well. But I think I said they had long hair. What is it with me and weird looking aliens and long braided hair? Okay, and then they're wearing these like space suits essentially. Give them sort of like hands that are a bit elongated. To sort of reinforce this sort of slight sea creature feeling. I did mention quite a few times that they have more oceans on their planet than anything else, but yeah. And here are the what Max and I dubbed the feeding tubes. We're like, well, they don't speak, but they. So yeah, there was the whole lot of thought about the species, right? So it was like, well, if they don't speak, then how? Like, do they have mouths, and what do they use them for? And I was like, well, I mean, they probably use it to ingest food if they're humanoid, but maybe over time the use of their mouths become like restricted in such a way that they hardly use it anymore for eating, and when they're in space, to make things easier, instead of having like a mess hall or something, they would have these feeding tubes, because they have, instead of having an, oh yeah, that was it, they don't have an orifice in their mouth to eat, but they have an orifice in their stomach directly. That was what we said. Ice blows the spy. Nice. Spacesuit has fingerless gloves. a space boot. Oops. There you go. There we go, more space boots. So yeah, they have the feeding tubes, and then I guess they have lots of like, they have mouths for procreational purposes. Well, or maybe the holes in the stomach are for procreational purposes. Maybe. I mean, if you remember my Space Girl suit, you'll remember that I'm terrible at designing spacesuits, because I'm just drawing the smoothest of suits and then nothing on them. So I would have this kind of backpack. With the feeding tubes in it. Not every species has, you know, their procreational purposes in the same place. The knees, yes, of course. Do they have feelers? I don't think so, not that I mentioned. I think they just had these, like, they just had this manatee trunk. And these somewhat expressionless faces. You just imagine a whole bunch of them sitting around in a circle, running this spaceship. Actually, maybe this person actually didn't have long hair, because I remember this was a different one than the first they spoke to first. Yes, they've got these short loops. They look like can swim well. Yes, like I said, I imagine they had like a planet that had a lot of ocean on it, and while they do live on land, I imagine their species is probably descended from large sea-dwelling creatures on this planet instead of apes. Yeah, and this is how we got the enlightened ones. emphasize this backpack a little bit more. It wouldn't be foreigners, it would be off-worlders. Aliens are getting weirder and weirder. Are there spaceships filled with water? No, they have. They breathe air, and they are not in water at the moment. They just used to have ancestors that were probably in the ocean, but they're land dwellers. Imagine like a planet like Camino in the Star Wars universe, you know, like these kind of weird aliens live on a planet, lots of water. You'd imagine that they probably developed from the water, right? So yeah, they they evolved and came to the land and to space, but there we go. This is the face of a very excited, enlightened one. Righty. What have we got? I think that's kind of it. Well, I think I've basically drawn all the things that I originally wanted to draw, but yeah. Look at her smile. The face looks like something like a walrus. Yes, definitely walrus similarities. Thor says you can't really develop space travel living underwater. Try building a high voltage circuit. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. We deliberately left a few things of their technology open because you don't know, like the player characters don't know how these people's space travel works. Who says it has to work with how you and I understand electricity? I mean, this is Star Trek. We can do pretty much whatever you want. So just because, you know, other people have warp drive and electricity in the way that you think of it doesn't necessarily mean that everyone has to use electricity like that, right? I mean, I suppose they could have a form of energy transfer that works underwater. I mean, why not? I don't know, some kind of pulse or something. Fluidic space is a thing in Star Trek, yes. A lot of stuff happens in subspace. Who knows how their engines work? They've got a weird bioneural way of making their spaceships go. But I reckon the humans, or rather the Federation, would have to spend quite a few years in contact with these people to really, you know, understand how everything works. We were deliberately trying to make them as different as possible, or as weird as possible. Remember these aliens from TNG Season 2? The ones where Dr. Pulaski greets them, and they're these like really tall people, and they just have these buckets full of fish, and they look like calamari, and they're just these very tall calamari people in these long suits, and then they just eat these buckets full of fish. You know, weird shit like that. So I think I think we had a lot of, well, we definitely tried to yes, exactly, there was an episode with Loxana Troy in it, exactly. We tried to make the aliens as weird as possible, or as strange as possible, you know, where someone like Ungorf is really just used car salesman, but he's got weird worm heady dragony tentacles, or, you know, the Zutag, which is these kind of slightly animalistic frog-like people, but they were pretty easy to understand in terms of, oh, they have this warrior-like attitude, you know, and everything is about willpower. You know, whereas with these ones, I wanted it to be strange. I wanted it to be an encounter that would be very weird for the characters, to have to try and communicate them through only one person, and to have to try and translate everything by telling Ree what to say, and you know, translating it into pictures. I really had fun watching Anselm come up with images to try and like show concepts and stuff. I thought maybe there would be more conflict between them, because Anselm's character is a bit of a violent subtone, and I think he was mentioning that a couple of times. And these people, again, another thing about them is that we made them very, very pacifistic. So they're super patient, they're super, super slow in exploring space because they're very, very careful. So these little cute little manatees, they have these amazing telepathic abilities and this amazing technology that is definitely beyond what Starfleet has. But they haven't actually gone very far with it, so they haven't actually left their system. Well, they've left their system, obviously, because they've got a similarity to, they've got a similar capability to warp drive, but they haven't actually gone very far. They've been very careful, and the idea to them that you would have like a propulsion system that would be dangerous, that could just explode, like, that's very strange to them, because they would rather spend the next 100 years trying to develop a better one than to endanger one of their people. So yeah, they've got this ethos essentially, that they spend all this technology on improving their own race, but they're not actually going out all that much and trying to meet all that many other species. And when they actually do meet other species, then they're like, yes, tell us everything, because we want to know everything, and we want to take this time to, like, you know, we want to take the time to really soak up all of the information about your species. And I really had fun describing them, you know, how they're looking at the bridge of the Hawking, and they're going, why does everyone look different? Why does this one have fur? Why does this one have pointy ears? Why does this one have spots on her face, you know? Why do you all sit in different positions? Why is there one seating arrangement in the middle, and then there's these different ones, and some people are not sitting down? Is this significant? You know, they had so many questions. And so I imagine they're very curious. And yeah. So I think I guess, well, the only thing, I can't really draw. I was going to draw like the NPCs and stuff with the Parisi Square uniform, but I don't know what any of them look like. I think maybe we had like a Katarian, you know, but it's difficult without knowing what they look like in my head and without knowing what they did. I could draw a bunch of Klingons, but it would just be random Klingons, you know. So yeah. So I think because I'm kind of done with my sketching and I'm boiling to death in this room, I think I'll end the stream there tonight, a bit early tonight, but I am literally boiling. It's so warm in here, and the computer is very warm, and the light is very warm, so I think I'll give myself a little bit of a break. Just to look at the calendar, do some announcements. So if you want to see more of these drawings and see them earlier than everyone else, then come by and look at my Patreon. If you're interested in supporting my streams, then yeah, that's where you can do that. That at my Patreon, basically. And I also have a Facebook page, which probably most of you know because you're here. There's also an Instagram which you can look at. So essentially, I'm gonna put all the all the streams that I do here, I put over on YouTube, and eventually I put like a little card and stuff and put them all on YouTube as a little archive. And actually, whilst I'm talking about this, There we go. Let's put the proper music on for this kind of talk. Okay, end talk. Yes. I'm taking the black box, thank you. I still don't know what's in it. Send me a message. What is in the black box? I open the black box. Well, yeah, come look on my YouTube channel, or say hi on Discord if you want, or say hi on Patreon. You can always send me a message on Facebook if you have any questions or anything, or commissions or whatever. Just you know, write me a message, or write me a message on Patreon. I read them pretty much anywhere, so yeah, feel free. And yeah, we have another stream. Well, on Saturday, go join Nico and Myri. Go join Nico and Myri playing Humblewood in the evening, and probably during the day they have some other adventures. Go check on their Facebook page if you're not sure. But yeah, on Saturday evening they're playing D&D 5 Humblewood, so that's gonna be cool. Then we have next week, Wednesday, we have another Star Trek episode. This time without the captain because she's busy, but we have another Star Trek episode with just stuff happening and people having fun on the ship, and bit off canon, I reckon, a bit off campaign, just to have a bit of entertainment. And then next Thursday, I'll be drawing again. I'll probably be drawing something different for a change, unless something comes up in the episode which is absolutely draw-worthy, but maybe I'll just do something besides Star Trek for a change. And then the week after that, on the 2nd of September, the Star Trek campaign continues. So on the 2nd of September we continue with our regular Star Trek show. And on the 3rd of September, I can already announce that now, because we've made the decision by chatting about it. First week of September, Crusader Kings 3 comes out. So for those of you who remember that Tim and I had a very quite a fun Crusader Kings 2 round where we conquered Africa, we're going to have another round playing Crusader Kings 3. However, this time because of technology, we're not going to be streaming it through Twitch or YouTube. We're just going to be streaming it on the internal Orkenspalter Discord for you to join in with us and have a chat. And yeah, so it's going to be Tim, Jörg and I are going to be playing some Crusader Kings 3 on the internal Orkenspalter Discord in the evening on the 3rd of September. So there will be no Doodle Eula stream on the 3rd of September, but instead I'll be playing, you know, Murder Incest Simulator 3. And we'll probably continue playing and streaming on Friday, probably also on Sunday. How much fun, you know, it depends on how much fun we have, which I reckon is going to be a lot. And we have a whole bunch of achievements set up for it, so funny little achievements like, you know, incest or become the Pope or something, for ourselves, just to keep it interesting. I'm really looking forward to it, that's why I'm already announcing it, but it's 2 weeks from now. Too long! So yeah, on the 3rd there will be no Doodle Eula stream. I'm sacrificing my Doodle Eula slot to play video games. There we are. Yeah, I hope you had a good time, and I'm gonna say goodnight. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for all the donations and the hype train and all of the bits. You guys were insane tonight. Stay healthy, stay cool. I'll see you next week. Good night.